Good morning, guys. From a nice sunset last night to a foggy sunrise this morning. It looks like it's going to be a beautiful day. It wasn't quite a frost. They thought we might have had a frost, but well, let's check the van windscreen. No frost this morning, just a very heavy dew. So it's a beautiful morning, and this is episode 58, I believe, of the Great Farm Cleanup. And you can see the sun coming up there. It's about 7:30. I didn't get such an early start this morning. But we do have to start packing up a bit of stuff and then head off to Horsham, a nearby town, or the major town in the area. We have to get a brand new battery for the ute. We have to pick up some stuff from a guy that Mum knows. And we also have to pick up some old wheels, I believe from a Model T Ford. And they were given to me or offered to me from some people that I helped when they were cleaning up their farm property. If they had have, just scanning around here now, it's a wonderful morning, isn't it? If they had have lived closer to Nagambie, I would have taken on that job as well, although, you know, it's just too much going on at once. I think one farm cleanup at a time's enough. How nice is the wagon in this morning sun? I'll have to relist that. I think I'm going to drop it down to about 1,200. I'm really tempted, actually, just to try and rescue the wheels, but it'd be such a big job to get them back to Nagambie that I think I'd rather sell it. I'm going to probably advertise it at about 1,200 now. We'll see how we go. Anyway, I'm rambling this morning. I clearly need more coffee. So I'm going to do a little bit of pottering while Mum's still waking up, and we'll head off to Horsham about 9:30, get those jobs out of the road. Then we'll get back into the sheds we were working on in the last episode, and we'll open up the caravan. We'll go for a walk in the caravan. It's quite I think early 70s. And I believe it's still got a lot of the original stuff in there, as well as some things that Mum's stored. Okay, so it's now after lunchtime. We've been to Horsham. It was a successful trip. And I'm just going to get these shelves off the wall. I've just managed to pivot them out onto this step ladder. I'm hoping now I can just sort of slide them across the ladder gracefully down to the floor without any big crashes. I do like the challenge of doing these sort of things on my own. It's a pretty heavy set of shelves actually, but I was able to lift one end all right, so I'll tackle that shortly, and then we'll go for a look in the caravan. We did get the wheels from Horsham. Let me show you. They're still in the back of the ute. And the reason I'm getting the shelves down also is because they're only just going to fit in the van if I go right to the front wall, so I kind of need to put them against one side and then pack stuff around them. But let's have a look in the back of the ute, which incidentally now starts first time every time, which is great. These wheels, I believe, are off a 1920s Model T Ford. They're timber spokes. The axle, I think that would have been a front axle, and it looks like it's had some sort of modification. Perhaps this thing was used as a little farm cart. The wheels aren't in too bad condition. They're not brilliant, but they'll be awesome as a garden ornament. So the people were nice enough to give this to me for in exchange for some assistance when they were cleaning up their father's property. I pretty much just walked around with them and valued a lot of stuff and told them what not to sell cheaply and what to call the scrap metal guy for. So, as I said earlier, I would have loved to have cleaned the farm up myself. There was some amazing stuff in the sheds, but it was just too far away and I'm too short on time. Let's go and have a look in the caravan. It's turned out to be a magnificent day out here. It's absolutely beautiful. Not a breath of wind, nice warm sunshine. I think it's about 16 or 17 degrees. Okay, the caravan is a Viscount Royal. It's still got a registration sticker here. I don't know what year it was made, but probably, I think, early 1970s. Let's have a look inside, and you can certainly see the 70s look to it. We have wood grain panelling. We have nice retro lights. We even have a pretty cool looking clock. That clock actually looks 60s. It's in pretty good condition, all original. It does have a little bit of a water leak in one spot, I believe. That's why it's in the shed. We have some sheer curtains there, probably date back to the same era. In fact, have a look at the bed here. These would be the original cushions with their retro upholstery. There's cupboards everywhere. It always fascinated me about caravans is anywhere there was a little gap, they put a cupboard. I don't know what's in that. I can't get that one open. So all wood grain, all original fittings. There's little drop down things everywhere. I don't know what's in these. I believe there's stuff in. They're all locked. Look at that. They've all got keys. There's nothing in that one. We have wardrobes here where there's some bedding. So Mum has to clean out some of this stuff. But I think in the kitchen section, there's still lots of cutlery. It probably won't be original. It's just a mixed bag from what's been added over the years. There's probably some cool stuff we can sell out of here. Ice cream scoop. That's a nice 60s little ladle. So I might rummage through here. There's probably a few things we can sell in the shop. I'll check all the cutlery in case some sterling silver got dropped in there accidentally. You'd be amazed. It does happen. What's in the bottom cupboards? Oh, yeah. Lots of plates. Oh, how's that for a retro little set of teacups hanging on the door? We have an old toaster. The kettle's more modern. It's probably only e-waste. There's some aluminium saucepans down there. I think there's a gas stove in this section. Yeah, little stove. Don't know what's down the bottom. Can I open this one? Bit hard to do one hand. I've got to push two buttons in. No, I can't get into that one. And then around this side there's a fridge. And there's little lift-up cupboards, mirrors, sliding cupboards in the front section. Little, what's in this one? Lots of knickknacks, pegs, trouble light. Got to have a screwdriver in one of the drawers. Pop rivets, I guess, for repairs on the go. Cupboard down here, there's boxes of stuff. Some of these are just, I don't know, we'll have to go through that. So this was the part that folded up into a kitchen table with two bench seats, but it also dropped down flat as a bed. So pretty cool van, isn't it? I don't know what it's worth. I'm going to put it on eBay, and I know people love buying these vans and restoring them, and it's nice that it's all original. It hasn't been fiddled with. How's the little rail around the little shelf there? Fantastic. I'm probably going to start it at $1,000 and see what happens. We might not get that. We might go well over that. It's a pretty long van, so I don't know if price depends on size. Let's have a look outside. It's in pretty good nick on the outside. It's got a few scrapes and bumps, but and other than a bit of a roof leak, which I think might be just through one of the air vent things that pop up on the top. I think there's an annex in that front cylinder there. It's a steel frame, so it's quite a heavy van to tow, and it's only a single axle, but it has got, I think it's got near new tyres on it. So anyway, that's the go with the van. We'll clean it out. I'll do some photos, possibly next trip now, unless we get my van loaded up quickly. And we'll run it through eBay at $1,000 and see if we can get some multiple bids on it. I wouldn't like to tow it far. I think if someone buys it from a long way away, it might have to go on a low loader or something. I think it's a bit big for a car trailer. But anyway, that'll be the new buyer's problem. Okay, let's see if we can get this big shelf unit down without any major crashes. I might have to go up the other end. I hope it slides across the ladder. Oh, it did for a bit. Maybe it's got nails under the boards. No. We might get it to slide. Well, the roof of the shed's a bit low. Oh, I think we're going to slide off, are we? It's a bit hard commentating while I'm lifting. Come on, slide. There we go. Beautiful, and nothing fell apart. I think there's some nail heads on the joins that are catching on the ladder. Right, we'll see if we can go down a step at a time here. And I'll get the piano trolley under it. And there we go, she's on the piano trolley. Now next step's to get it in the van. Okay, I think we'll brush it off a bit first before we put it in the van. Okay, that's a bit cleaner. Now, I don't need the ramp for this because I think we can just use the wheels on the trolley and lift this end. Beautiful. Now I think we can just push him up. Only just fits. We don't need that bit. Another day, another sunset. Not so spectacular tonight, although I think we're a little bit late. It was probably a bit nicer earlier on. We've been fairly productive this afternoon. We've had the bonfire going again, mostly for cardboard and paperwork, and that smouldering heap represents a lifetime of cutting out newspaper clippings and mine and my brother's old high school and university homework and assignments and things. So it's interesting though, Mum's generation, they kept a lot of notepads and they had a lot of scrapbooks and they kept articles out of newspapers because that was information. And information was knowledge, of course, and knowledge empowered you to do well in life. Of course, they never envisaged the internet, and so, you know, clippings and cuttings from papers and scrapbooks were vitally important, especially for farmers and gardeners, and even recipes. But that's all changed, and you know, you can hop on Google and find out whatever you want nowadays. So it's a bit of a shame, but what can you do with newspaper clippings? So anyway, bonfire's been going all afternoon. Just wandering around through the yard. It's quite green actually, even though it's been a relatively dry winter. The yard looks pretty nice. I've been picking up bits of firewood. We've got a few crates of firewood to go back to Mum's place because she's got a wood fire at her new place. There's not much left there. I've also loaded some in the van to take back for my shed fire. So the van is slowly getting filled up. It's not progressing as well as quick as I'd hoped, but then again, we still have tomorrow morning and we've got a lot of stuff packed up ready to go straight in. I'll walk around to the Mum's little storage room. We did get that finished, so that's great. I've also been getting a bit of stuff from the old machinery sheds and a bit more stuff out of Mum's main shed, so we'll go and have a look at that. Also, we do have numerous pot plants to pack, a compost bin, and I'll be jamming in whatever I can just to top the load up. We'll come into this little storage room and prove that we have been doing some work. So it's totally empty, and there was a door through to the workshop. You may not have known that or realised that. So that cupboard's staying because it's fixed to the wall, and the cupboard and bench at the end, of course, is a fixture. So this room's done. Excellent. Ticked off the list. The workshop, well, it's still pretty cluttered. I haven't got much out of here at all. It's quite dark in here now, actually. We'll wander through to the carport, and you can see we have quite a large pile of boxes and crates all ready to go into the van. We haven't really tackled the Caravan yet, but I'll box that stuff up in the morning. But a lot of these crates are just ready to pack. We didn't use a lot of milk crates as yet. And we've got a few storage racks to go in. So other than the big shelf you saw me put in before, there's not a lot in there yet, but that shouldn't take long. In Mum's shed, well, we've been sorting a bit of stuff out. Since I got the shelves off the wall, we have boxed up a bit more stuff in here, so that's good. So I think we'll do the Caravan in the morning. I was going to try and start this tractor. Maybe we should give that a go before we finish up today. Okay, I didn't get back to the tractor, but I have done a lot more cleaning in the workshop, and that wasn't really in the plan for this week. But I come out here this evening, I've just lit the heater, and it's really nice out here. I've had the Olympics on the old flip clock, or flip number clock radio. It still works great. They're quite collectible, those things now. So I've been listening to the Olympics call and just doing some tinkering out here. I've got a lot of milk crates packed up, ready to go in the van in the morning, and some boxes full of tools and just random stuff. Nothing particularly exciting. I've cleaned up this bench up here, which is the final corner I hadn't really got into in the shed. We did underneath the bench last time. The only remaining thing to go through is this cupboard at the end, and I think there's a lot of bicycle parts. Old lights there from trailers. What's in this drawer? Oh. Looks like some bicycle bits, some old tubes. They won't be any good, they'll be all perished. There could be some collectible bicycle stuff. Looks like a little generator. Don't know what's in the bottom. I think we'll go through this cupboard next time. There could be some interesting things in here. Well, there's nothing on the bottom shelf. Yeah, it looks like bicycle parts. That might be well, that looks like a dash out of an old car. Oh yeah, Ford is it? Not too sure, but that'll have some collectability. Yeah, just general bits and pieces. We'll go through that cupboard next time we're here. I really just wanted to spend a couple of hours out here to get a few milk crates ready to stack in the van. So by the time I finish packing boxes tomorrow, there will be a lot less stuff in here and it'll look a lot more organised. So we'll call this episode finished. I don't know how long it's going to go for. I haven't edited it yet. About a bit after 9 o'clock, I'm going inside. It's been a long day and we have to have a fairly early start in the morning to get the van packed. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you're enjoying this series. Going home tomorrow lunchtime, I might squeeze another little episode in the morning if I can find something else more interesting to do. Maybe we'll go through this cupboard in the morning. We'll catch you then anyway. I'm going inside for a cup of tea. Bye for now. See you in the next one.